One thing that I feel like saying is about how supportive people are until it comes time to actually be supportive. And in this case, I mean, it's like for everything that there even is, but specifically about this brand that I'm trying to build. And again, I've said this before, but this isn't even about me. Like, I have the entrepreneurial spirit, and that's what I want to do. Like, I don't know, I don't really want to like get into all that, but like that's just who I am. It's how I am. And I've always felt like, okay, well, I need a purpose to go after that dream of what I want to do. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to start my own business. I want to start my own brand. I want my own YouTube channel to try to help people. And honestly, so far, I don't know if they're being honest or not, but I would hate to think they lie. But like a few people, I seriously feel like I have honestly helped. And I appreciate them so much. Because honestly, if it weren't for these like total strangers, I would have quit by now, because the people who I know personally, they're all like super supportive and everything until it comes time to actually like be supportive, like I said. And I mean, I don't want this to sound like, oh, well, you said like you're gonna buy from me and you don't. That's not what I mean at all. It's like, I don't make money off of these. If anything, in the end of it, like I'll make possibly like $1 profit, but that dollar profit, it's like, I don't want to say it's nothing because it's something, but it just goes back into making more things, more designs, more products, all of that. So I realize on my website right now, strengthfrommadness.com, I understand all of the products are like way overpriced. And I understand that, and that's because the products alone cost so much. I have it up like, I want to say maybe $3 profit off of what the product itself actually costs. And that's because to use the credit card through Stripe, they charge me for each product I sell. You know what I mean? Like, I seriously will make $1, if anything, off of these products. And it's not about that. Like, yeah, it'd be great to make money selling things like this that matter to me, but it's not about that, and nobody's understanding that. So I just want to make it clear, like, again, I've talked about it in the very first video, but I feel like I need to talk about it again. The logo, or the design, whatever you want to call it, it's like supposed to look like that. Anytime I wear it, the idea always was, and it came to be reality, is people say, well, what is that? I can't read that. That's good. That is a good thing. You want to tell people, oh, that stands for Strength from the Madness. It says SFTM. And it brings awareness. And not only that, but it's you wearing your strength and being proud of it, and not like being ashamed and hiding from it and everything else. It's actually like wearing it. I just get frustrated over this because it's always, it is pretty hurtful actually when the only people who are like even like a little bit supportive of me are complete strangers. And it's just because like the whole time I've been building up to this, I kept quiet about it for a long time until I finally announced, here's what I'm doing. Then people were supportive of it. Like the people who I personally know were so supportive about it, and they're like, go for it, yes, can't wait to buy your stuff, whatever. And again, it's not about buying from me for me to make money or anything like that. It's just, you're supporting a cause is what it is. And I really truly don't make money off of it. And now I'm actually trying to sell they're like inspirational quotes, motivational quotes, things like that, in like really cute frames and stuff. Really cheap. I've put them on Facebook and stuff. I have 5x7s for $5, and I have 8x10s for $10. Like, that's not that bad. If I saw it, I would be all over it, especially knowing it was going towards a good cause. But nobody, it's just really, I'm gonna be honest, like, it sucks when everybody who I personally know, like, nobody wants to be supportive of anything that I'm doing. And at first they were, but then when it comes time for things to actually be going, and like, it's just very frustrating to me. And again, it's not about me. Like, even the pictures I'm trying to sell, I thought it was something that was kind of like sort of related, like, you know, inspirational quotes and stuff, really cute things. Like if I saw it in the store, I'd have to buy all of them. It's that kind of thing. I don't have any up here to show you, but it's just like, even if I sell those, any profit is going towards, like, I'm going to try to start making my own clothing instead of having to go through the companies for stuff like this, because they're just ridiculously priced. Not only the product itself, but then there's shipping and, like, it's ridiculous. So my plan is to start local at least and hopefully learn. I mean, it's kind of ironic. Like, I don't have patience to listen to people on YouTube. I just don't. So, like, to learn things, I know everybody's like, YouTube it, you're gonna learn, it's gonna be so easy to learn from YouTube. I can't do it. Like, I cannot listen to someone talk and teach me, especially when they have that music in the background. Like, you know, that really, like, upbeat sounding music. Like, I just can't do it. So I'm hoping to self-teach myself if I can. Like, I need to make money to support that, though. Like, do you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying for the pictures. Stuff like that to sell, so that way I can make my own things. Not only that, but it's going to mean a lot more to me, too, knowing that, like, I personally made it. I don't know. That's just how I am, though. But I just wanted to talk about this again, because I know it's not, like, perfectly legible, like, to make it obvious of what it says. But that's the whole point. And I've talked about this in my first video. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but it's because people are going to ask you, what does that mean? And you're like, well, I'm glad you asked, because that's just like welcoming people into the conversation around mental health, mental illness. Like, you're going to start talking. And you know, I've had people tell me like, wow, that's a great thing you're doing. No, they still didn't support it and get one for themselves. No, but that's not the point. But the point is, though, they had asked me, like, what does that mean? And I told them. And it's either, like, they themselves are dealing with it, or, like, their children or their parents or whoever it is. They're like, oh, that's so cool you're doing that, because I know either themselves or someone else who's directly affected by mental illness. And then we talk about it, and it's like, you don't understand. I can relate to that on so many levels. And I'm like, I have a YouTube channel I'm trying to start just for people to at least feel like they have someone they can relate to. But the problem is, again, people say about supporting me, but I can't get support. I think it said I have to have 100 subscribers just to have, like, an actual link to my channel, which would be so much easier that way. And I would even have, like, I would advertise it, because just having someone being able to relate to you goes a long way. That is seriously, like, that's, I don't want to say that's the only thing that got me through my worst times, but it is seriously one of, like, the biggest things. Like, I'm ranting, I'm sorry. But it's like there's a difference between sitting there listening to a therapist or a psychologist, whatever you want to call them, all the mental health professionals. There's this huge, distinct difference between sitting there and listening to them basically talk out of their Psychology 101 book versus listening to someone like me who's been through it, who's been there, who knows what it's like, who can relate on all kinds of levels of what you're going through. And that's seriously all I'm trying to do here. Like, it's not like I'm trying to make money off of, like, mental health, mental illness. It's nothing like that. It's seriously all about awareness. And I hope eventually, I don't know, I can't seem to get subscribers, but I keep ranting. I don't mean to, I swear, but if I could get the subscribers, at least that way I'll have a link for people, because I still have people coming up to me, because not too many people are open about it, and I'm glad to see that more people are becoming open about it, but I'm really one of the only ones, at least around here, who's open about having mental illness. And I'll talk about it. I don't care if we're in the middle of a store or something. I'll just tell you my life story. Like, I don't hide things. Like, I'm just, I guess as they say, an open book. Like, that's just who I am now. I used to feel like, oh, that's embarrassing, that's something to be ashamed of, but not anymore, because now I know, like, I've been there, and I want people to know that they're not alone in it. And it's different than just sitting there and diagnosing someone like, you have anxiety, you have depression, you have this, you have that, compared to, like, me actually telling you about my life stories, my experiences, some coping mechanisms and things like that that have helped me to get through. So that's my goal. And it's like, it's just really frustrating when people are like, oh yeah, of course I'm gonna be so supportive and everything, but then when it comes time, nothing. And then like I had these posted, specifically the black beanies, okay? So when everyone's like, oh, I want one, and then they'll see me in person, they'll be like, I saw the black beanies, I really want one. I went ahead and ordered like a lot, not a lot, but I got quite a few of them. Like I ordered them so that way they wouldn't have to pay for shipping, they wouldn't have to wait for them, I'd be able to have them in stock, like to be like, here you go, here's your hat. No one, not one person bought one. I gave one away, I think, and then I have one left. I must have given them all away except for one so far, I guess. And it's just really frustrating because like I do want to use this as a way of spreading mental health awareness. It's in a whole new way, but like I'm paying for it still and just giving it away, and then it's like, I don't know, I feel like that they should, I'm not trying to sound ungrateful or whatever, but like if I'm giving this to you for free when it's not even about the money, it's about the cause, that you like can't even take a picture wearing it or tag the page or anything. And again, it has nothing to do with me. It's me trying to get out there for those who need to hear these things, who need to see these things, like see that I'm a real person. I'm not just like some doctor with a psychology degree and all that. Like I'm a real person who's experienced these things, and I'm trying to be there for those people, but I can't be if they don't know that I exist and that I'm out here. And that's what this is all about. And I've ranted for a long time, so I'm going to stop now. But one more time though, I'm just saying like about this logo and everything. I don't know if you can see it. This chair makes so many weird sounds. It sounds like I'm breaking every time I move. That's nice, isn't it? But this is, I know that it looks illegible. I know that. That's the point. So just, I'm done ranting. It's just very frustrating when strangers are more supportive than anyone that I've ever known personally. Especially when it's for a cause like this. And especially when I know a lot of those people have gone through it and dealt with it themselves. It's just, I don't know if frustrating is the word or just disappointing. I don't know. But I'm trying to stop ranting. So hopefully, maybe now I can get into making my own things and selling them that way. That way I don't have to go through that company. Because I've had issues with every company I've tried so far. So, I don't know. I just wish more people would show support just by like hitting subscribe, or like you don't have to watch my videos. It's just, I need that link so I can give it to the people who do need it. Because like some people have said like, oh, this video, you have no idea how much it opened my eyes to this and how much this video helped me with this. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm trying to do that for more people, but I can't until I can get myself out there. I'll be like, you can just search Strength from the Madness on YouTube, but what comes up is like bodybuilders and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, that's not me. And you have to like really search through and find my little logo. And then you can find them that way. Whereas if I had a link, I could just use the link, you know what I mean? So, I never asked to subscribe or anything, but I'm kind of asking now in a way, if you've even made it this far, to please subscribe. Because I need the link. I don't care about like how many subscribers or whatever, because it's not about that. It's about the awareness. For the millionth time, I have to keep emphasizing that. But I can't get the link until I have at least 100 subscribers. You don't even have to watch the videos, seriously. It's just for those who need it. That's all I'm saying. Sorry for the rant. But it had to be done, you know me.